spectacular slopes in Nice comprise one of the most expensive patches of real estate on the planet. It's a world that tour guide Alejandro passes by every day, but a very clandestine one.
It's extremely difficult to find out who owns what. I have a network of gardeners who keep me informed.
Mustafa Bashir also has a network of informants. Their goal is to track down assets belonging to deposed dictator Zine al-Abidine Ben Ali from their native Tunisia. Ben Ali, they say, is one of several corrupt leaders to have bought luxury properties here. In nearby Antibes, Bashir and his friends' detective work has paid off.
This restaurant was bought by the Ben Ali clan.
The Ben Ali family have come under increasing pressure from local Tunisians in the wake of the Arab Spring. In doing so, they have been helping the French authorities, who had only limited knowledge of the former president's assets here. Mustafa Bashir's group succeeded in having the owner of this restaurant charged with money laundering. None of the staff are willing to talk, but we managed to prompt a comment from the manager with a hidden camera. We do not belong to the Ben Ali clan, he insists. We know maybe one or two people from the family, but that's it. The Ben Alis are not the only ruler family to have homes in Nice's upscale areas. This property belongs to the family of Gabon's late president Omar Bongo. The building, which is vacant, was recently raided by the police. The French Riviera is no longer a safe haven for money launderers. Assets are becoming liabilities for their corrupt proprietors.
The owners can no longer just sell up if the property is subject to an investigation. If they did, the court might get the impression that they're trying to cover up their wrongs. All they can do is empty out their villas and store their assets elsewhere.
For Mustafa Bashir and his fellow Tunisians, hounding down the despots is a personal passion. They were all victims of the Ben Ali regime. Bashir was forced to end his career as a reporter. His only option was to leave for France. Today he works at the docks in Nice.
I feel hatred and anger. I get shivers down my back when I think about the old regime.
Bashir's friend Nabil Ben Abdeljafil suffered a worse fate. After already emigrating to France, he was sentenced in absentia by a Tunisian judge for crimes he did not commit.
I was separated from my family for 20 years. I couldn't even call them because the authorities tapped their phone. My mother died during that time and I couldn't go to her funeral. That was really tough.
President Ben Ali embezzled the equivalent of 5 billion euros in public funds. He transferred the money abroad using dummy companies. The French authorities still do not know exactly how much real estate Ben Ali owns in the country. They're hoping for similar success in their investigation of the family of Denis Sassou Nguesso, president of the Republic of the Congo. He's reported to have bought an apartment in this building, costing 1.5 million euros, to host lavish parties. We had to hide our camera to gain access to the building. It remains a largely secretive business.
We all profit here because these people spend outrageous amounts of money. I ran a restaurant, and it saw a lot of cash. When you look at what they did to their own people, it's shocking.
The French government turned a blind eye to the phenomenon for years. The policy of toleration towards these state guests and their embezzled millions in turn earned French companies preferential investment conditions abroad.
It was a political decision. Nicolas Sarkozy didn't want his African friends to get into trouble. Prosecutors were put under pressure to terminate investigations.
That policy ended with the Arab Spring. But for journalist-turned-dock worker Mustafa Bashir, freezing the former ruler's assets is only the first step. He and his associates want greater support, tracking down those properties, so that the billions can be returned to the people they were stolen from.